Hello everyone. For those of you that don't know me, I'm Supreme Tones. And just to tell you a little bit about who I am, what this channel is, I originally started out streaming on Twitch playing video games, but I have regained a love for my passion, which is photography and cars. But I don't want to stop there. I'm also learning video, I'm also interested in travel, in fashion, in music, and much more. So I want to invite you to go on a journey with me where I explore all of these different interests and use that to create content for everyone to enjoy. And also, go ahead and check out my different social medias, my Instagram and my TikTok as well, where I post all of this content for you guys to enjoy. And lastly, I have a Discord server where I want to create a huge community for everyone to collaborate, where somebody from one interest can learn about the community in another area of interest. And from that point forward, we can all grow together and learn more about each other and create content together. So with that being said, I hope you will enjoy what I put out. Go ahead and like and comment, subscribe to the channel, follow my socials. With that being said, on to the video. Hey guys, it's Supreme Tones. I'm doing another review video, and this time I'm reviewing a camera bag. So today I've got the URTH Dolomite sling bag, 5.1 liter. It's a pretty good bag. I like the shape, size-wise. The strap is very nice. It's very strong and durable, you can tell just by the quality. Helps fund regeneration projects. That's nice. I like that. It was about $92, I believe. I bought it on Amazon. You could buy it directly from their site if you want, although I believe it would be more expensive. I did get it on a bit of a sale. It was discounted when I bought it, so it might be more expensive now. Depends on when you're looking. But let's see. Inside the tag, nylon shell recycled, polyester lining, 100% also recycled, do not machine wash, made in Vietnam. Pretty good. I like the shape. It's very nice. It's pretty slim, I guess, which may pose a problem, but let's see. One of the things that I did notice, however, is this. The hooks on which it is held by, I'm not too big on this right here because it's not like closed. It's not a closed loop. Let me show you another bag to show you exactly what I mean. So if you see this bag, you see how it's completely secured on the strap or on the bag itself. There's no way for this part to come out. As I've done in my previous video with the lenses, with this similarly, I obviously did test it beforehand. Now this, it's not going to come off easy. These don't come off easy. It's not going to get loose on its own. So it is pretty secure. But I think I would prefer it if it was a closed loop. You see, it's pretty hard just to take it out. Just to take it out, it's pretty difficult. So, you know, I don't think security is too big of an issue. In this case, it's probably one of the lesser cons. Moving on, inside, pretty spacious from what it looks like. There's an inside pocket. There's also a pocket on the outside. And you get two inserts that are detachable by Velcro so that you can rearrange stuff inside. Now, in my case, we have the camera, the lens that's already attached to the camera, which is the 50mm 1.4. We have a second lens, and we also have the DJI, but I'm currently using the DJI to record this video, so I'm just going to use this. And the tripod and battery extender is also being used. I mean, well, not the tripod, but the battery extender is being used. So usually I'll keep them together. So just as a makeshift, I'm going to use this. It's just a little tube. It's a little bit bigger, obviously, but I'm going to just use it as an example so that I can show for the full size, which is basically just double this. In addition, I would also have a extended battery pack and 2 wires. Let me just grab the battery pack really quickly. For the DJI, since it's pretty compact, everything fits in this pretty much, and the mic is right on top, so I can just use this to insert. But starting off really quickly, and this is my battery pack, but as you can tell, this is a pretty beefy pack. It's bigger than my hand, yeah? Wallet, passport, and everything, you can just put in this. When I travel, I use a little card holder and a little pouch for cash, so not a problem there. It's going to fit no problem. Now we're going to get to putting in the camera equipment. Number 1, camera lens. Second lens. This is my wide angle lens, which, if I'm not mistaken, is a 12-20. No, 18 2.8. Sorry about that. I forget what lens I have. So I'm going to proceed, and we're just going to start putting this stuff in here. Just to start, I'm going to put the camera in the middle, and then I'll proceed with putting the battery pack here. Like I said, I'm using this just to signify the amount of space the DJI 3 would take up. It would probably take up just a little bit more than this, and this for the tripod and battery extender, but it would probably take up just a little bit less than this. Here is a bit of a struggle, just a tiny bit. Not too concerning, but there is a bit of a problem. But the problem then arises when trying to put in the second lens. I mean, as you could tell, everything pretty much fits. It's pretty snug fits in nicely. I still have space for my passport, my wallet, and my cash pouch. So carrying all of that is not an issue at all. See? And if I'm not mistaken, I think I mentioned earlier, I think it's waterproof. I'm not going to take the tag off, but as far as closing it, no issues so far. However, one of the other things is, can't forget that you need your lens caps and all that. And also, by the way, I still have the pocket lenses, the vintage lenses that I did in my previous video. See, I have them, and as you can see, everything fits. The only issue now, I mean, obviously, so when I'm traveling, and I'm obviously going to be taking pictures as I'm walking around, so the camera itself would be in my hand most of the time, so it would make it easier to be able to switch out the lenses. But as far as like taking things out and putting it back in, it's going to be a little bit of an adjustment, a little bit of a hassle, but not too much trouble. As I was saying, I would have 2 wires, which would be I would just have 2 USB-C cables, which there is a pocket on the inside for, as I showed earlier. So stuff that right in there. So now I've got enough. I've got my battery pack, the tripod and battery extender for the DJI 3 itself with the mic, which will be on it. I'm currently using it. I don't know if you guys, I'm currently using it so you guys can hear me, you know. And then you have the second lens, wires, passport and everything, vintage lens. This is the Oreo cookie one. I also have the other one, although I'm gonna be honest, I don't use them at all. I thought I would use them a lot more, but I don't. I just don't. I prefer having the pictures with these lenses. I like really high definition pictures, so I don't really use this lens at all. Any other accessories, like let's say AirPods, cool, slide them in there, done. Yeah, so it's pretty good there. The only thing that now happens where you have an actual issue is any extra stuff. For example, I have my SD card holder and an SD card reader, and I have extras in here. 2 in here. There's 2 that are in here, 2 in here, and then 2 of these, and 1 of these, and then there's a third one, micro SD, in the DJI right now that's being used to record. Like I said, it's also a reader. It's a little bulky, but as you can see, for this, no space, not at all. So it makes it a problem because if I'm out and I'm recording using the DJI when I'm traveling and I run out of storage on it, I need another one. And if I don't have this with me, now I know that what I could do is I could get a smaller case and just put 1 SD and 1 micro SD so that I have enough for the day. So that's one way to alleviate any problems I might have. In addition, the 2 SD cards in here are both 128, and the SD card that's currently in the DJI is 256, just like this one is also 256. I bought 2 of them. So I'm not too concerned with running out of storage on even, say, a week trip, but you never know. So this is one of my essentials that I would carry with me. Another thing is this right here. So this is a suction cup mount, and then this is the attachment for the DJI 3 that you can put the DJI in here and suction cup mount. So I can mount it on a glass or anything. And I like this because it's useful for like if I'm trying to film rolling shots for a car. This is very useful. I can just stick it on the back of the car, can use my phone to control the DJI, keep driving or somebody else is driving, whatnot. So it makes it easy. But as you can tell, there is no space for this at all. In addition, there's other attachments that come for this, like for example, like this one. It's a small straight piece. As you can see, it's a very small piece. There's some that are longer, there's some that might go sideways or something. And so obviously there's no space for this, or for the attachments bag. In which case, this is not the best. I would like to test this out with the, as you can tell, the way you're gonna put the mic is actually like this. So when you try to put it back in, maybe you have to adjust it a little like this way so that it's easier. But as you can tell, it's still a problem. One of the things that I thought about was I could get away with just not carrying the tripod and battery extender and only carry the DJI. Simply because I have a battery pack. But who knows? Not to mention, as a photographer, you never know what other equipment you might want to carry. Obviously, you can't carry a tripod with this. That's just not happening. I think this is a very nicely made bag and everything. I just think that when it comes to carrying all of these extras and everything, it's not the best. I'm going to repeat myself here, but like I said, I could get away with not carrying the tripod and battery extender for the DJI. The tripod you actually do want to carry, and then the issue is that the battery extender or the other smaller piece that they give you are the only ones that have this 1/4-inch thread on it, so that you can actually prop up the DJI with this, yeah? Because it's literally a tripod, yeah? So otherwise, you kind of just have to stand the DJI and hope it doesn't fall over or anything. Personally, I like having this, and it's the only reason I carry it. It being a battery extender does make it easier instead of wasting. That way I can save the battery on this for my phone. Camera, you charge daily when you're traveling and whatnot, so no need to worry about battery on a camera. Your main problem is battery on the DJI because it drains pretty quickly. Even though it'll last, it drains pretty quickly. And your phone. You need your phone for traveling. You gotta go a lot of places. Like I said, I also have my AirPods, so. But no, other than that, I'm not gonna lie, I'll give this bag a solid 7 out of 10. I think if it was just maybe a 1/4 or even a 1/2 inch bigger, maybe not even a 1/2 inch, maybe literally a 1/4 or a 1/3 inch bigger, this way, like wider, I think it would be perfect. Because like I said, it fits everything, but it's a little snug. Like right now, this lens is stuck in here. It is stuck. As I said though, when you're traveling, you're most likely just going to be walking around, the camera's in your hand anyway, so it won't be too much of a problem. I thought about taking the lens out of the case and putting it in, but one of the problems I was noticing was the lens cap would get crushed, or it felt like it was damaging the lens, so I want to keep it in that case to keep the lens safe itself. But yeah, that's pretty much it. It's a pretty solid bag, very nicely done, very nicely made. I like it. I do want to test out some other bags though and see how those are. So I hope you guys enjoyed this review, and if this video encourages you to buy it, if you like it, I appreciate that you took the time to watch this video and you bought it based off my recommendation. For those of you that think this is not enough space, it might not be, because you might have more equipment. Maybe you want something bigger. Maybe you want to be able to fit more things in it. So it's all dependent person to person. Me, in my case, I don't want to carry a whole backpack. It's a pet peeve of mine. When I'm traveling, I don't want to carry a whole backpack, taking out the camera and everything, and then having to stand around and switch the lens. I want to be able to do things when I'm on the move. So this around my shoulders, quickly unzip, camera out. Oh, I need to change the lens, drop the lens in there, pick out the other lens, done. It's a very quick process. It's very pain-free. And so this is actually a very solid bag for me. And if I'm not mistaken, the zipper actually closed pretty well. Yeah, looks a little weird, a little bulky maybe, but as a photographer, you're gonna need it. You need to carry it. So it is what it is. I'm gonna test out a bunch of different bags, and I'll make a review on every single one of them. If you enjoyed it, please drop a follow on the channel, drop a comment, like the video, and until next time, peace out.